if you can just take another moment to see the impact of messages that are being sent out. This video here called Free the Hikers was posted, and in just a few days of it being posted, received over 3,000 hits. The reason why is because I tweeted Ashton Kutcher, who has 3.9 million Twitter followers. I asked him very kindly, no demands, would you mind tweeting this out to your followers? It was a shot in the dark. I was like, yeah, right, Ashton Kutcher is going to email me back, or Twitter me back. See, flipping email. He tweeted it out. That hit 3.9 million viewers. That night, freethehikers.org's website crashed more than like 5 times because of all the hits that the site was getting. This is similar to what we did and the movement that we created for Laura Ling and Yuna Lee. However, they got 140,000 petitions signed as a result. They're now in the process of getting petitions signed. But the point is, a voice was able to get a message out, not via email, but through a social media site called Twitter, reaching 3.9 million viewers. That's just it. Then Lisa Ling got on board, then Denise Richards got on board, and then Alyssa Milano got on board. For whatever reason, the United States is enamored by celebrity. If you can have people on your side that's celebrity, great. But there's another thing for common people. Each of us knows somebody that can help you with your message. So I think that's the point, is your message with the public library and support can get out to viewers. Be it a video, a nice video that you guys come up with, a blog, active blog. This isn't something, I think too many people are taking it lightly when it comes to communication style. You want to engage your society, and you want to engage your viewers, and you want to engage your listeners. So if that happened by just one person sending out a message, just think what can happen when you send out to your local community or to your group of followers. It's important to remember that each of us has a voice to help one another, support one another's initiatives. And I think whether you are a small business, a grandparent, if you have kids in school or in college, you can keep in touch in a different way than ever before, in ways that we didn't think possible. You can Skype in like you're there. You can YouTube, you can Facebook. There's all kinds of different channels that you can use to communicate with one another. Social networking is like networking in this group, but a millionfold. Pretend some of you here had, well, I'm sure some of you, how many here have iPhones? Okay. Your iPhone is a communication tool, not just for ear to ear, but you could be videotaping this and sending it out to other possible donors that weren't able to make it here tonight. Or you can put it on your video or your blog and let others see it the next day. Maybe that's not your shtick. Maybe you just want to write about this. Well, if any of you are writers or write for newspapers, this could be in tomorrow's headlines. Providence Public Library got together and started creating an initiative how to change the situation in Rhode Island. And I think that once people get on board with your story or your initiatives or your plot, they're going to be more apt to rally around and spread the message. And I think that that's important because there's strength in numbers and there's strength in voice. It's interesting to be able to engage with people and communicate in a different fashion. It's different. A lot of people ask me, I got a question today from a group. They asked me, how do you get people to respond to you? How do you get people to listen or read your articles on Examiner? And I said, I'm just myself. If I have a request, I'm going to ask you politely, would you talk about this? Here it is. Here's the information. If you want to help with this information, would you mind talking about it? And that's really it. So there's no real scientific facts of how you get people to be on your side or to talk with you or to communicate with you. It's a sharing of information. And with the Providence Public Library and their initiatives, there's so many things that you guys can do moving forward, not just on your website, but on your website, telling people where they could go on Twitter, on Facebook, and creating different things, engaging your audience, engaging the community and your supporters by having contests or spreading the message of the events and the musicians and the artists that are going to be at this event, you know, way more than just on a website or an email blast. Email blasts, 20th century. And it's not to insult anyone here, but we're at a time where we're actually changing the way we do business. We're changing the way we communicate with one another. And I think that's kind of underestimated by some because we're kind of, maybe some of us are stuck in the old way of communicating. You know, well, I have to have, dial-up phone. Okay, nobody has a dial-up phone anymore. Or a fax machine. Okay, some still have fax machines. That's fine, but as you notice, the colleges aren't even giving out email addresses anymore because there's a shift in technology and a shift in the way we're communicating. Does anybody have any questions about social media and how it's impacting you or your family or your business?